Well, we are live.
Hello?
I didn't wait to test it. I'm sure it's fine, you know.
Better?
Yeah, it's actually
Better?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. I was like, why is it fucked up? It's because Helios is not here yet. He'll be here in a moment. It should be.
He had an emergency grocery trip,
Yeah.
so you can figure out what the hell that means.
Yeah, what? Oh, these pieces of salt, you mean?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Alright.
You know, how often she comes in while you're, like, streaming? I feel like you have, like, a painter's tape mark on the floor. Like, hey, just so you know, as long as you stand behind this line, you're not in frame of the camera.
Yeah.
One of my friends' girlfriends is like deathly afraid of being seen, not by stream even, but just by people in Discord. It's so weird. But anyway.
No, I don't think it's weird. I think there's a lot of reasons women would be, like, self-conscious about their appearance, especially just inside their own apartment on a Sunday. Like,
yeah.
probably just, like,
I guess
hanging out,
fair.
you know?
Yeah. Alright, well. Why don't we start off by going over what happened last time?
I founded a cult.
Yeah, we started a cult. We had a big party starting a cult.
True. Bree met
Helios got invited.
another.
Yeah, Bree met a weird guy and was kind of super into it.
A large guy, even.
Well, I don't know what his size has to do with how weird he was, but
Oh, he was
True.
like 7 feet tall, wasn't he? He was a big dude.
For which guy? Sorry, the
werebear. I
yeah.
forget his name.
Yeah, he was like 6 feet tall. He was average.
well,
Away with you!
I for one
Vega.
find people by their
so.
personalities, but they're not physical appearance. But you know,
I don't do that.
you, Duncan. That's fine.
I'm judgmental and vain. So,
What's the real quick? Sorry, this is totally irrelevant. Britsha, what's the emote of the dancing pig?
I'd have to figure out.
I'm gonna add that on Helios's file. He's gone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay.
But beyond that,
Thank you.
I think the major plot development we had behind Adau's cult and Britsha meeting a weird guy who has tempted her, and so he's trying to teach her how to like be a cool werebear. And one of the things is like, you know, resisting temptation. So they went and got the 2 tarot cards.
yes, I think they're.
And it was like, yeah.
Did they get them, or were they on the way to get them?
No,
I
we have
forget
some
where
of them.
specifically we ended. You have them?
Yeah, but I made the decision I'm not gonna roll them.
Okay. Well, that's like a bad cliffhanger, Britsha. Learn a little bit of showmanship. But beyond that, then me and Helios I brought Helios along for like a shady dealing with the Shadow of Kerbach, who tried to convince us to fund him to manufacture a bunch of weapons for like a slave uprising within Kerbach City. And Talvo kind of like gave him the runaround and was like,
You can say that.
well, you know, I Shark Tanked him, you know? If you go on
Yeah.
Shark Tank, you're like, oh,
Sure,
I want
Mr.
10,000
Wonderful.
gold.
Yeah. Well, and in that case, I'm gonna have to get 7% equity, actually, and executive decision-making powers.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
Talvo's the son of a merchant at heart. I mean, and 10,000's a lot of gold.
That is a lot of
make
gold.
That disappear without. You can't just make it disappear without like anybody noticing.
Honestly, we should probably, in the future, like whenever money comes up, we should make it think like, or we should make people think we don't have as much money as we do. Maybe like 10,000 gold. Oh my god, that's so much. That's like half of what I have. Wink, you know. But I don't know. I feel
Well,
like
that's
it
kinda
would
like-
make us an undue target if we're like, yeah, I have 500,000 gold
Well,
and platinum together.
I never brought that up.
I know.
I
I'm
never
just
brought that
saying.
up. But I feel like I hit him with like the billionaire thing. It's like, yeah, no, I'm worth like 5 billion, but like I'm gonna make you squabble over $10,000.
That's a Shark
Like,
Tank moment.
I seem more miserly than I am poor. It's just like, you know. Yeah. But anyway, where are we starting out, Poetry?
Sorry, I got distracted with the pig, the dancing pig that is now in Helios' spot.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, it's really good, right?
I like it. We enjoy that. Yeah.
Especially because he's a bard, so it makes sense. That's the dance that Helios does.
I'm the big boar that makes all the rules.
So, why don't we begin with you guys? We begin the next morning after this busy day, and now the celebrations are in full swing. They're in full effect, where you guys are... there's lots of people in the city. You guys have all kind of got your own activities going on, and for a few days now you've been working on this stuff. And you got your items back, right? You got your items upgraded. Yippee! So you guys are looking pretty good.
Could we maybe start with like us all having breakfast together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I would assume we've come to like establish a routine of like we have like a breakfast meeting most days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you probably have breakfast together. And Talvo, TSM, the thing we talked about would probably be happening this day, so then it would be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys have breakfast together, and the, Bree is very tired, because even after sleeping, Bree was like, had a day of training the day before with her new werebear buddy, Bill. Bill the bear. And yeah, you guys have been pretty busy actually. Adau has his whole like little group of that he's training with, including the new guy Cog, who kind of was beating the crap out of Adau for a bit.
Yes,
and then Adau kind of turned the tables. And yeah, other than that though, Talvo was approached by the Shadow like you said, but then doesn't have anything else I don't think going on in particular. And Helios is hungover. Helios is hungover and is sleeping from the celebration.
I think Talvo shows up to the breakfast table last, but very bloodshot eyed. But he seems a little haggard but compelled. Like he seems worse for the wear, but he's like, "Oh, there's something I actually like need to talk to you guys about."
Okay. So you guys would see this.
Also alone, there's no Aya.
Oh shit! So it must be really big then. Well, Talvo, here we all are, all of us, except for one of us. But we're gonna talk about it anyway.
It's okay. He was there. He was there, guys. Okay, I might have fucked up a little bit.
What did you do?
A shot of Doran Fire whiskey before meeting with like this underground overlord who wants to arm a slave revolt in Kerbok City. It was right after Helios one of Helios's banger concerts. Like, come on. So I had to meet. Okay. Well, I made it sound worse than it really is.
You made it sound pretty bad. So I mean, it's worse, or it's not as bad. I mean, okay.
Empirically, wandering into a warehouse rigged with explosives at like midnight, drunk, isn't like, ideal. But things work different down here in the underworld now, so you just gotta kind of trust me, please.
Of course. It's not for me. I wouldn't get it. I would wander into a warehouse full of explosives, but I see that's just because of my lack of street knowledge.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my bag of like pretend fireball beads. Like, yeah, so, like for all there was just like red barrels taped to the ceiling. They could have been empty. It could have been dirt. Like it's all smoke and mirrors deception, you know. And I the bag.
That is some shit we would do. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, this guy claims to be like super duper cool Lord of the Underworld, but goddamn, his name is Shadow Kerbach. Like, anyway, we had a little bit of discussion, and he wanted 10,000 gold because apparently the hammers of Gabagard are ringing once again. They are manufacturing weapons back in the.
That's what they're making them?
Left.
I thought they just like made the metal and smelted it into ingots. I guess things can change. It's basically a new city.
I mean, there's no reason to not learn how to do it right there. Like, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you like make metal and then send it 1,000 miles away to be worked when you could just work it at the source and then distribute it from there?
And it's Dwarven, so it's the best.
But beyond that, okay, so he wanted us to give him 10,000 gold to get a commission of spears and whatnot from Gabagard and instigate a armed slave revolt here in Kerbach City. And I maybe let loose to this complete stranger that we wouldn't be unopposed to killing Kerbach, but expressed concerns about what would happen within a power vacuum. Should he, we just kill him and then let all these freaking Boarmen run loose?
Well, I really wish I'd been there for that. Because in the unlikely event that you misjudged his character, we're fucked. Imagine imagine you say Boarmen are inherently, violent and tribalistic, and Kerbach's the only thing keeping them together, and we're okay with killing him to like a secret police agent. Imagine that. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? To
be fair, I did make fun of them more than I did.
So doubly on his bad side. He also doesn't like you. No. Okay, I mean I wasn't there, so I can't, but I'll commune. I'll speak with the winds, I suppose.
Okay.
And we'll see. Not right now, but we'll,
So yeah, I had a couple plans of action regarding that.
Okay.
Number one is we immediately go to Kerbach and be like, "There's a dissenter amongst your city."
We could do that. I don't think we should.
Yeah, okay, that was just simply one option. Another option was, I was kind of a dick to him and really grilled him out. You just leave him on hold, left him on red for a little bit.
True. That seems the very roguish way to do it.
And the third option is, because we are looking... Did we decide we're going after the axe to the castle?
Not sure. I don't think we really had a specific idea, except that we were going to end up here, and that we were going to go through Ilta Silva.
Well, it's been a while. We haven't talked to Kerbach's daughter in a while. Let's see what she's up to.
True, but didn't she make it? I'm sure maybe she could be convinced, but she seemed intent on establishing a partner kingdom, sort of like her own, principality, but not one that was opposed to her father's rule, because it was a Boarman together strong thing,
True, but I mean, Kerbach's been around for 100+ years. We could spin our wiles and be like, I know you respect your father, but it's reality. One day he's gonna have to go away, whether
so
through war or old age.
Yeah. To remind you though, Kerbach has been around several hundred years.
Yeah, and he was alive before that, wasn't he? He's just been ruling for that long.
Yeah, there is no one alive who knows how old he is besides him. Well, like, I mean, maybe some other people elsewhere do, but, like, he has outlived any, most Boarmen live around as long as most humans do. And yet he has been alive for at least, several hundred years, and he doesn't really talk about how old he is. So, yeah. It's just that his empire has only been around about 100, 150 years.
Well, then let me attempt a different route. So, I think at that point, it's like, obviously he's being kept alive, probably by some magical means, right? And,
maybe there's a wellspring under his castle. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, something like that. But the way we could pitch it to her...
Golden throne moment.
What's Kerbach's daughter's name again? I'm sorry.
Locke.
I thought it was Locke.
Yeah,
I was thinking
L-A-K.
Shot.
Locke.
But shots are... Yeah.
Is our boy. Oh, is he our boy? Because now we're not on contract anymore?
Yeah, can you bid on his contract as a free agent?
Yeah, we could probably hire him if we wanted, but
but even
wishes.
beyond that, let me finish out my reasoning on Shot. So, if he's being kept alive for, like in perpetuity, like immortality through some magical means, we could give that to her and be like, hey, listen, I know like you want to like start like a like a apartment country, and then go on to perhaps. Like you take over the empire when your father officially falls. What if he's never going to die and you're going to spend your entire life a vassal, bowing and kissing the ring, knowing one day you might get the throne, but now knowing probably never going to happen?
I don't think we know enough about her to
just again
get her with that sort of argument.
Another idea, like. We have an open goals.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, there are a ton of different ways we could take this. Before we should, I think on the way up, we maybe stop by that wellspring and see what Locke and her tribe have.
That's kind of what I was
thinking. Have done with it, how they've spruced up the place.
I would hate to go up there and see something insanely
not visit
depressing.
A good friend. I mean, yeah, that too.
And I mean. We're here. Maybe we could ask Kerbach, like, hey, do you want us to... We're heading that way. Do you want us to send a gift or a message to your daughter? And also offer an update. I'm like, hey, as we pass through, we can send you stone back. What's going on? But I assume he's not, like, an idiot. And he has, like, a communication infrastructure between 2 points.
Probably. I mean, you could hire wizards to send and say whatever over any distance. If you're rich enough.
So that's the Talvo news update info dump.
Okay. Let me go get something. I'm gonna go to my room and grab the Shield of the Scale. Then I'm gonna return and give Casaria a bit of a synopsis of what just happened.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you're up there. You're an adult dragon, so you're a couple centuries old, right? I know in legend how old she is, but I don't know her precise age.
Mm-hmm.
Would she be willing to divulge that information? Or an estimate? Don't want to be put.
Yeah, she would be like, I have. She would say that.
Wouldn't it be sick if I still had my DM insight right now instead of is the cards bad or good that we burned last session?
But now you know one is good and one is bad. So she would tell you that she is several hundred years old.
Okay.
At least like 400.
Okay, 400.
Well, I feel like that's probably a relevant question. The question you should ask is, do you remember the rise of Kerbach?
That was literally those were the next words that were going to come out of my mouth. And I imagine yes, but did she ever hear of him before he was common knowledge in the area?
She would say a lion does not care about the opinions the quabblings and the conflicts of ants.
Okay.
I would like to remind her she died to 5 ants.
Yeah.
Kurbak, one day his empire was there, and eventually I heard of it from my kobold minions and those who would live long enough to give me tribute rather than attack me and pay the price on sight. I don't know exactly. I don't know much of Kurbak before his empire stretched close to where it is now.
Okay.
Well, I guess.
Also,
did you ask her what it was like before Kurbak?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, because she said she'd.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she
If she
said
was-
she didn't know of him until it was about this size.
Yeah,
So-
but like, what was like the going on before it? Because like,
Yeah,
it
who
doesn't
were the
sound like
players before
this doesn't
that?
sound like she's
I
like
agree.
she has a vaguer memory of her 5th birthday party. It sounds like she has an old memory of things prior to Kurbak.
She's a
That could
dragon,
give us-
dude. Dragons
Yeah.
remember fucking everything. Not all
No,
of them,
that's
a lot
that's
of them.
elephants, but we have one of those too.
True, we do have one of those. I wonder if they. No, I'm not getting into that. Yeah, this is as a tangent. Just to humor me. What was going on before Kurbak? I probably could have asked my parents this. They would probably know that. But because elves, But anyway, they're not here.
She would
so.
tell you that before Kurbak, that area was mainly humans, some dwarves, and the remnants of which, like the city, Kurbak City, was its own, was a normal human city before then. It's not like he built the Kurbak City from scratch. He just took it over and then converted it into a Boarman city.
Okay. Hello, Mr.
What's up,
Boar.
Helios?
We cannot hear you. We can see you. We cannot hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I lied. Who said? Oh, there we go. That was me. Who said? Yeah.
I have not heard Helios yet.
I heard somebody say yeah. Just now.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Well, shut up. So, also, I don't know if we've ever actually done this, because I generally forget Casaria exists, but, at least in the shield. I'm gonna posit the question. Now, I think we have the money. If this thing is possible, that we could find someone to do it, or point us in the right direction. What would she feel about, a restoration to a pseudo-dragon body? Because, we're not gonna allow you to oppress kobolds and stuff, but, you can be, it's a shame to have such a formidable mind locked in a fucking item, Plus, that would suck. Like solitary.
She would say, "Why would I wish to be confined to a body of a pathetic creature? Even in your primitive tongue, they're called pseudo-dragons. Not a very fanciful idea."
Tempt her with worldly desires like taste and smell. Wouldn't you like to have a ripe peach once again? Or the body of our recently slain? Don't you miss the taste of flesh?
I will convey this from Talvo, and I'll also say, I'd imagine the power required to get to put your soul and mind back into an actual dragon body is far beyond anything we're capable of. Far beyond anything anybody I've ever heard of is capable of. So, this is certainly better than not having a body, I feel like. I'm just I'm doing a favor. If you don't want, I can destroy this shield forever, permanently, and you will be dead.
It was also like, if you were not an inanimate object, we'd probably make a little less mean to you.
It's true.
There's a difference between like shit talking a rock and like shit talking like a cat that can like attack you.
She would tell you that she would rather she doesn't want to be a pseudo-dragon. She would find that insulting and demeaning.
Oh,
does she want to be anything?
No. Shut up. Let's just do that anyway then.
No, that,
She just gave us a bargaining chip. Okay, well, be
Okay.
more helpful, or that's what we're gonna do then.
we'll think about it. I'll think about that. Okay. What else? So, oh yeah, I guess I'll wait for unless anyone else has something. Like I don't know what Bree did yesterday. I do, but you know, Adau doesn't. Barring that, yeah, just whenever we're done. If no one else, like after everyone's done speaking, I will go commune in my quarters.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
Can we ask Asaria if there's anything in the city she would like to see? We've been giving everyone like vacations and breaks, and you know, like, hey, break time. Is there anything Asaria wants to do or see in
Can
the
she
city?
see? What senses
No,
does she
can't
have
she?
in the
Yeah,
shield?
that's a good point.
She has some amount of awareness of her surroundings,
Okay.
but probably not like a lot of detail, especially. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Fair enough.
It's more like awareness, not necessarily like she can't like pinpoint certain things as well.
Well, is there like a scene she would like that we could go to the city and describe to her?
She would say, a feast. Specifically, a feast on your corpses by me. But I don't think you can fulfill that wish.
All right. Well, you know, thanks, Asaria. I learned my lesson. Put it back in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do with that. I'll go back to my quarters.
Yeah.
I would specifically request you put her into like a bag of holding, not like in your regular. Like I want her to sit in like timeout for a little bit.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are kind of like eating breakfast. Helios gets here a little late because he's hungover. Are you here now, Helios? By the way, is your mic working?
No, he's restarting his entire machine.
Oh,
it just
he's
hasn't
frozen
left Discord
here.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just sat there.
Helios is still a little. He's you know, he's groggily getting out of bed right now.
Aya has also sat down at the table, but he is not verbal. He's still kind of just like sitting there with like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Like, he's also extremely hungover. Hungover and also dealing with like the God damn it, Talvo ran his mouth again.
Yeah. At this point, there is so one of your guys comes in here and comes up to you guys and is like, there's we received a letter for you, specifically Talvo. Well, you'll see, and he hands it over,
All right,
and it's just addressed to Talvo and companions in very fine handwritten, you know, like cursive. And let me get the cameras back to. There we go.
Just as like a soft precaution, just because I'm pretty sure do I have proficiency in forgery? No, I don't. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah.
But it didn't matter.
Oh god, why is this not? Okay.
I mean,
I don't know why this
you
is-
can still attempt a forgery, and you'll know how good it is before you use it. It's just you don't have the +5 to proficiency
Well,
or
the other thing I was
forgery hit
considering-
rolls.
The other thing I was gonna do was see if I could like glean any thieves' cant off of this letter, or if it's like legit. Which I think is like more the forgery I was looking for, like not like somebody
Okay.
impersonating a noble.
You can do that.
Hello.
Roll me a hello.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Fucking hell.
Do a for that. Just do an investigation check.
So I've had a series of unfortunate events in the past hour.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, that's not. That's
Yeah, I spilled some juice on my carpet, and it's not like I need my security deposit back in a week from now. So I had to go run to the store and get shit to clean it.
Yeah.
And then that whole thing, is trying to off itself, so I think we're good now.
So
We can see and hear you.
So the group was just going over some stuff, Helios, and then a letter arrived.
I heard a lot of it. I was listening on the way.
Okay, yeah.
But...
So you, there's a letter here.
I got a letter.
And Talvo, you look at it. It's addressed to Talvo and companions, but yeah, specifically to Talvo by name. And it, you don't see any thieves' cant or any symbols or anything like that. It is sealed with a seal. The seal is very simple. It is a red, or it's like red wax with a dagger imprinted. And the dagger even has a little bit of detail, which is kind of hard to see in like a wax seal specifically, but it looks like blood drops dripping off the dagger.
Oh, this guy is such a fucking edgelord.
And it reads. Would you read it out loud or just read it to yourself first?
I would scan it real fast.
Okay. Here, I'll send it to you. Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention something. The letter is like the envelope, right? That's sealed. Also has a little bit of weight to it and it isn't like flat. So there's something else in there.
It's a bomb.
It's a fireball bead delayed to the
Do I
exact
smell? Does it smell like anything when I crack open the first seal, like the first part of the letter? Before, obviously, we're like
before you like open it all the way, you're kind of like sniffing. Roll me a perception check.
You crack it open, it goes, oh.
It's one of those. Happy birthday to you.
Fucking glitter goes everywhere.
No, it kind of.
I am pretty hungover.
It is a weird smell, but nothing that you can make out just from that. So then, I'm assuming then you open it all the way and look at it.
Yep.
Yeah. So in the envelope is a folded up letter, and then a small pouch. Would you like to look at the pouch first or the letter first?
I think I would let the pouch plop onto the table in front of me, and I would read the letter first, or scan it first.
Okay. I will send it to you on Discord. Here is what it says. It's actually pretty short. Not what you're expecting.
Pretty good. I honestly like. Yeah, no. I'll just send that right into.
While Talvo is looking at the letter, would any of you guys pick up the little pouch and open it?
I'm curious.
Okay. As Talvo,
as someone reaches for it, like I would start reading this out loud.
Yeah, and Adau, as you start hearing him read it out, you take the pouch and you kind of empty it out on the table. There is a broken off tusk. And Talvo, you would know that it is the tusk of an orc. The rest of you have no idea because there's no orcs in this part of the world.
So this is a threat.
Or rather, it's not an actual tusk, but it's a shape or a tooth that is carved, that is filed to look like a tusk, specifically.
Do you not remember who Rook is?
Well, I mean, after you read this, I'm sure we'd put it together.
Yeah, probably at first it just looks like a filed, like tusk-shaped tooth, and then after
look, a
reading
trinket.
it, yeah,
How nice.
It's like what's the Alaskan bullworm bit? Oh, it's a orc tooth, and the whole thing.
So yeah.
Where is this town? Have I heard of it? Or have any of us heard of it?
Roll me history checks.
Holy.
Of course, you know all about this continent, despite not being from here.
I'm from Roldar, dude.
It actually makes sense, though.
Right.
It actually makes sense that Talvo would know the most because, Talvo's pretty much the only one to have a chance of knowing. So it makes sense because here's the deal: Rolagur is a small village. Hold on, I gotta move. There you go. Rolagur is a small town from near Pune, which is where Talvo hunkered down for a while, and where he originally met Rook, by the way. And you actually had heard of it, Talvo, because it was a kind of notorious little town, because it was one of the few human settlements in the mountains up here. In like one of the passes that goes through the mountains, right? One of the easier parts to go through, like when it's snowy and stuff. In the pass there, it was one of the few towns that wasn't like controlled completely by the dwarves. It was a human town that lots of the human trade came through to avoid the dwarves that control most of the mountains.
Dude, I get it. This is the part in the RPG where you cleared a big story hurdle, and now you go back to all the places you've been before. You find new side quests to do.
Hell yeah!
Extra items.
Specifically, though, Talvo, what you remember, the reason that you immediately remember this town, like what it is because the town was that, like a safe haven of trade for humans passing through the mountains, until the town suddenly stopped accepting visitors, and those who tried to pass through it never came back. And then just overnight, one day, like a few years back, or like maybe a few months back, or probably not, well, it would have been a couple of years back, which I think you only got to Pune a few years ago, so it would probably happen around the time you got into this area, right, which is why you heard of it. Like, the news was pretty fresh. That is, it essentially had stopped being a place that it was safe to go through, and no one really knows what's happened, because the people who go there don't come back.
Sounds like we gotta go back from there afterwards.
Sounds like we got some barrels of that explosive they were using in Taisha, the Fae.
And see if they come back out.
Yeah, and we set up not pulley mechanisms, but like launch mechanisms on the side of the castle. We teleport directly above the keep, and we start dropping.
Okay, can we try talking to them first before we just teleport?
I don't know what sort of message this sends. Yeah, I don't know what sort of message this sends in your street speak, but to me, it's untenable. I don't have a word to describe my disdain for this town and this lady.
We can work together. Okay, we can teleport above with fire bombs ready, and then go talk to her.
Also, if we teleport them,
tense negotiations
for like a month.
Yeah.
Tense negotiations are still negotiations.
True. Oh yeah, I guess
Negotiations of what's the Star Wars thing?
Aggressive negotiations.
The negotiators were quick. Why don't let me change this fucking the font here? Oh, whatever.
But yeah, I begrudgingly agree.
And I would also like to perhaps point out they did send us one of his snapped off teeth.
That's what I'm saying. That is my point.
Oh, you want to get there faster? Yeah, I kind of agree.
No. Oh, well, yeah, I want to get there faster. I mean, I don't know if they know that,
we can go.
That the castle can teleport, so they won't be expecting us immediately, so we don't have to go immediately.
Yeah, Helios is bringing up a point that he can teleport you guys separate from the castle.
True.
But then I can't teleport us back unless we take a nap, so...
yeah, you can. With the hat.
Well, no, that's how he's doing it. Yeah.
Oh, is this just the hat?
Okay, the hat's definitely recharged fully by now after several weeks, so...
So you could do one, and then your spell slot teleport?
Like, what if we just teleport and then nap right when we get there? But don't do it, like, into the heart of wherever, just, like, nearby, and then, we take a nap, a day's ride out, and then we ride in. Fresh face in the morning.
I have to transport via plant.
Yeah, you have the tree.
Oh, true. So,
let's save the hat charge.
Yes.
We'll walk there with the trees, and then we'll teleport, skedaddle. We'll save mine to skedaddle if we need it.
Well, okay.
Because unless what if there's like no trees? And then it's like, oh shit.
You know what? Now that it occurs to me that Bree, you should be leaving behind flowers at every major stop we make.
Yeah.
Leave some flowers behind for us to teleport back to.
Well, I think that spell specifies it has to be like a large plant. Like I don't think it can be it. I don't.
Oh.
Well, if you plant the
Teleport
flower,
for
it'll grow
trees.
into a bigger one. That's how nature works.
Yeah, unfortunately,
You know, excuse me for trying to introduce some flavor. My bad.
I mean, it's just for
Okay,
flowers. I don't think it works specifically. You know.
Okay, plant a big tree.
That would, I mean, unironically, that would work.
It would just take a while. But like in
Yeah.
like 10 years from now, we'll be able to go anywhere.
We can bring trees with us. We just have to tear them out of the ground, replant them on the castle, and then.
I mean,
We're
it
gonna
would
have like a
really,
teleportable forest. You can just like, oops, wrong
it
tree.
would really,
Like,
Yeah.
it would really add to our like omnipotent power, seemingly, if we could just like teleport across the continent and show up, just like the five of us, godlike figures. Like I heard you guys were talking shit.
We
Yeah.
do have a. That
no
spell
more
does
gods,
give
no
us.
problem.
True. That spell does give us permanent recall, though, if
Oh,
we plant a
You
large
also
tree
have
on
to
the
have
castle.
seen the destination plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So you-
touched it.
So
Oh,
yeah.
Where's
Or
this town at?
So like you in other words,
Near-
Bree's never been to near Pune, so you know. But yeah,
So
like
it'd only be useful for going backwards.
yeah,
It
like
wouldn't be helpful
like
for
Duncan
getting
and Britsha are saying, you could go back with it though. So
Okay, so
like
Yeah,
you could just
no,
go back to a
it's
tree in
just-
Korbach City. There's plenty of trees around. So
It's checkpoints.
yeah.
Also, so would you say we spent at least 16 days in Korbach City?
Not yet. Not. It's only been like a
How
week
many-
about now.
Okay.
Damn.
No
I
reason.
also wanted to do some long-term stuff in the city too.
Well, yeah. So this
Yeah.
this has only been like a little over a week. But keep in mind, this letter was brought here by normal means, so it probably was a couple weeks to get here. You don't even know how it was sent here. So you know,
That's not great.
it wasn't sent with a lot of urgency. It seems, because otherwise they would have probably tried some other magical means.
Yeah, they would have teleported us or just like killed us in our sleep. Like obviously they want something.
I would express a desire to make it expedient. Like, we can leave the castle and you can leave some stuff on the back burner here in the city.
It's Rook.
But-
We gotta go get him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I.
You also know, I would say, well, Bree would know. Bree, you were told by your new buddy Bill, the werebear, that in a couple
So I
nights.
talked
This
about
is like the 13th day of the month, and the days are 28 months long, which means in about 2 nights, it's going to be a full moon. Your first full moon since you had your change.
So let's get to this town in 2 days, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, we've been preparing, haven't we?
Well, for 1 day now. Like, this is the next day, so it's like you've barely started preparing.
Is Bree... Actually, have we, like, gleaned that Bree is a werebear?
I feel
think
like our
we know.
encounter at the castle was a
Yeah.
good sign.
Okay, do we know enough to know that she's gonna go berserk on the full moon?
I don't know.
Probably,
Let's find out.
yeah.
I want to find out. Hold on.
I would say, yeah.
We
Would
wouldn't
that-
have said anything.
Wait, when is
Would
the
that be
full moon?
Arcana?
It's in 2 nights.
2 nights.
Well, like, as in, it's this day that you're talking on this morning. There's this night, and then it's the next night.
Yeah, so
So,
tomorrow.
mhm.
I'm not too aware.
Bree
So-
would leave at last minute to like tell everybody. Like,
oh,
she's
by the
trying
way.
to make sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
well,
Bree's still not gonna
she
tell
wants to see if she
anyone.
can handle it first. She wants
Yeah.
to see if she can handle it first, and if she can't, she's gonna be like, "Okay, look after my rats and maybe other people, I guess."
This is big. Children telling you at 8 p.m. I have a project due tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mom, I need a poster board.
Okay, Bree, can I talk you into just walking in the middle of the courtyard and letting us CC you for 8 hours straight?
Yeah, it just,
CC,
like, crowd
carbon
control.
copy.
That's what I was thinking. VCC Kermok, like, hey, just.
We slow Bree.
Yeah.
We put her in a bunch of webs. Maybe Helios hypnotic patterns her and just makes her chill out for the next 8 hours until the moon sets. There's ways we could handle this, but they feel innately offensive. So I want Bree to be on board. I don't want to just be like, hey, you're doing this.
I could, never mind, Ethereal. I can't do that. Etherealness targets self.
Ethereal bear!
Oh my god.
Ethereal bear can't... What if you're in werebear
ends
form,
and
I
don't come
doubt you're
back.
going to be able to say, oh, I've been affected by the spell Etherealness. I will have to do X to, so...
Yeah.
Plus, they can't affect the outside world.
Don't we have like command person or something? Like, can't you just like make her sleep for 12 hours? If she chooses to like fail the save, she could just like sleep through it.
I don't know.
So what does, like, can Bree ask, like, because Bree was already trying to like make sure that Bill would make sure that I'm not gonna turn during that. So like. Now it's like a day later, I guess. Like Bree is asking, like, what? So where are we? Are we actually going to be able to stop this, or?
Bill's like, oh, there's no stopping it. You just do your best.
Right.
If I would say, it might be good to, like, if you're able to go out into the wilderness, away from people.
That's probably just Bill and them.
Well,
we have
like,
told Bree that our plan to tranquilize her overnight.
so how we decided in there? Are we teleporting or are we like going slow with the whole ass castle?
I think
Because I like teleporting there.
I don't think we should teleport the castle as like. So either like we go or
Me
we slow
either.
castle.
I really want to leave the castle here and set up some like future upgrades and stuff while we're gone,
Yeah,
Okay.
and then go do this.
I second that.
Okay. Yeah. Plus, your dudes on the castle have only had like about a week now, and they kind of were expecting a little longer of time off
Yeah.
between campaigns.
Yeah.
Military.
Well,
campaigns.
plus like that, and then like all the slaves from the fleet and stuff. Like they're gonna need a little bit of time of just like rest and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
gluttony, to be
Well,
honest. Yeah, and give it to them.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, and as you're talking with the others, I would probably volunteer to stay behind with like the slaves and stuff. Unless you want him to come with, he could definitely like for just a little, teleport 5-minute adventure in and out.
Surely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like you're wanting this to be a smaller group, anyway, so you can kind of strike fast and hard without being seen much first. Yeah. Oh, you're muted, TSM. Or your mic isn't working. One of the two.
Been there, done that. Oh, right.
I wonder how does that happen? It was working fine.
For me, my USB things all like fucked
Hello?
up. That's why I
Okay.
can't
Hello.
stream. Like I can't plug things in. I guess one of them doesn't work, and I had it plugged into the one that doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So yeah, I guess we'll presume that. I mean, so you guys, it seems like would you basically take a day to prepare then, and then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would, yeah,
I
so
mean,
we can gather some intel.
planned spell changes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would be fine with leaving Aya behind.
Okay.
Especially because like a good portion of the people we have are like there is a couple of former crewmates among them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many people signed on with us after the battle?
Well, like I was talking about after but I'm pretty sure some of the people in my like initial little spy ring thing were people who came with me from the initial slavery.
Yeah.
And that would be people who would now be like already be like our lieutenants and stuff now because they've been around for so long. I would have assigned them like that. So having Aya back is a lot of like restore, like they're coming back to order rather than like just throwing a new guy above them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you would definitely. You have definitely like a few dozen more people. Some of whom would be not necessarily on the castle, but more like, well, you have some of them still in Taisha with the boats there, right? That are basically your little fleet waiting to be moved whenever you send a message or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, okay. Well, let's say that then you guys would kind of split up to do your things now with a kind of more concrete goal of going to figure out what's going on with this this lady in Rologur. And yeah, what would you guys? I'm assuming. Let's see. Bree is probably gonna be doing more training to try and prepare for the full moon. It sounds like.
So does it sound like like he can actually do like? There's any chance of me having control or whatever?
He's like, I don't know, man. Like... I've never heard of anyone who's had full control their first time.
Wait, right. Duncan, can you?
And you had partial control. I have a plethora of spells that are designed to counter stuff like that, but I don't know how they'll work. You know, it kind of depends on the setting. Oh, guidance. What would guidance do?
Wouldn't it just give her advantage on like whatever check she has to make?
It would give Bree
like
a D4 on an ability check.
Yeah,
not a saving throw.
Yeah, technically different too.
Not an ability check.
Helios's bardic inspiration could, but that's assuming you're there right when the transformation is happening or whatever, you know.
So when is it happening? You said
Once
2 nights, but like
minutes.
so it's like this night we sleep, and then what? The next night is it gonna happen, or is it the night after that?
Yeah, so it's like tomorrow night.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't know the rules, but I would assume it's. I just came up with this, but like so I was thinking, what if it's full moon during a day? You know, because you could see the moon bright sometimes in the day. So I was like, "Are you turn then?" But then I was like, "Okay, so the first star comes out at night, and it's full moon. That seems like the transformation time. So maybe I don't know. I'm not a lycanthropy expert, but you know,
I think we should.
I think
we should let
you can't
Bree...
have a full moon during the day perfectly.
Well, now so
why not?
So now that I know there's going to be tomorrow night, since I know it's going to be tomorrow night, I know that like Adau could probably like prepare something overnight, like, and everybody else can probably prepare. Bree is actually gonna tell people now that this is happening, like, because she has no idea what to do.
Yeah, and you guys have now met Bree's new friend Bill. And he's pretty chill. He's always carrying a little bit of like of green stuff around with him that he's smoking on, but you know, he's very in tune with nature, and he's like, yeah, no, it's chill though. I'm sure that she's gonna do just fine.
I don't know what it is.
So, what I would like to do is I think we should give Bree a chance to transform and maintain control. But if it goes south, we CC her. We CC down. No, we don't fight her. We just stop her from doing anything she would maybe regret later.
Would like hold monster work?
Let's just drop you in a bandit camp and then say fuck it. And then when you're in the morning, you can walk with, or you can travel through plants to a tree we plant here.
Yeah, hold monster would work. Hold monster actually works on anything that isn't
for 1
undead.
minute.
But it's only a minute though, so
I'll just cast it. You know,
how long is
480 times?
Yeah, easy.
How long is hypnotic pattern?
That's like 10 minutes, a minute, I think. It's either a minute.
Oh no, it is a minute. It's a minute. Yeah.
I could mass suggestion you to just fucking like just walk around, do bear things, get some berries. Or I can make you dance. That's only for a minute. But I can do that anyway.
But I could destroy stuff while dancing.
Yeah, but it would look great.
Bro.
Again, I mean,
I'll have OBS booted up with the what's it called? The Sweet Dreams Bears.
I mean, we have a day in town. Can we get like a sleeping potion or something?
Is there a really
can we
big
find
hole
that
that
shady
we could have
potion
Bree
guy?
The shady potion guy was in a dupe guard. That was in a different city.
Wasn't there some weird guy in Kerbach City too?
There might have also been a shady potion guy. That's one of my favorite tropes. So I do have lots of them. But no, there would be there's potion shops and herbalists and stuff, and Bill is he's very human nature. He's got some herbs of his own. He's like, oh yeah, dude, I can.
You know what I'm saying? I can calm you down for a day.
he's like, I mean, I can make you a concoction that helps, but there's no guarantee it works. Sometimes if you got a bad trip, it might make it worse.
Actually,
you know
I did want to go see.
I have an idea.
I did want to go see an apothecary while I was in town because I wanted to get some more exotic potions for my arrows.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Exotic potions. We're thinking of all these crazy spells.
Potions.
No, it's just Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, it's Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Go see the apothecary. Nothing bad happens.
There is a spell, false death or something, feigned death.
I don't remember.
It's only an hour, bruh. And
Dude,
I think Bard can have it.
What if she?
Oh, I can have it. I could use it, but
What if she wild shapes first? So then she has to she gets a double check of have to return to human, and then go to bear, unless it's gonna go straight from eagle to bear. In which case. Well, then maybe we've created a whole new threat we hadn't.
I'm gonna say, if you time it wrong, they're gonna combine. You're gonna get a flying high bear.
Well, okay. So, I have an idea.
Become a polar bear while we're at it.
We just kill Bree, and then I revive her after the full moon.
Jesus. Are you discussing this all together?
Every 30 days you have to.
Are you discussing this with Bree?
Yes.
I'm saying it jokingly because I think none of this shit will work.
The two rats go pick up the defensive stances.
It's we're talking about a plan. Then Bree walks in at that moment.
We hold her focus with defensively.
Yeah.
She's ready to cast a spell.
Yeah. But no. That would work. That's probably the best plan of all of these, but that's just saying they're all bad.
Bree, okay, I want you to realize, please, a week ago, you did that 3 times in one day.
Did what?
Huh?
What did she do?
What?
You died 3 times in one day.
Well, no, she had died.
I became
she
went unconscious.
Yeah. She was
Very
on death's
different.
door, right?
Yeah. I think okay, sorry. I think actually the best plan is not kill Bree, is to just drop Bree in a bandit camp somewhere.
You can get some extra cash. Be like, hey, we're a new adventuring party. Can we have some missions?
Honestly, yeah. Hello, local lord. Do you have any unruly bandits? Yeah, just don't bring it back alive. Yeah, I don't know though.
Okay.
It seems crazy to do that. Why don't you have her do it isolated in the wood, and maybe she picks up some deer.
Okay, but they can also those stories of dogs, how they'll get lost and then travel half the continent back to their house. Bree's gonna be what the fuck? Find the castle anyway, because she's gonna be a bear with find the nat 30 on the map thing.
So each one of these tiles is a day's journey.
2 days
on
journey,
foot, correct?
So we teleport.
Okay.
Closer to the ocean then.
Yeah.
So
teleport,
it should be at scale, right? So yeah, it's pretty big actually. So one tile is about 50 miles across, and roughly, it's technically 24 miles a day you travel, but I just round up to 25. So it's basically 2 days for a tile, assuming good terrain and
We
good
should
luck.
teleport. Just teleport down here somewhere. and have her go off in the middle of the woods a day's journey from any like civilized populace. And what's the worst that happens? She picks up some wildlife.
Wait, what if you teleport her to Gabagard? They are just recovering from the purple worm. Bree just goes. Oh God!
I have a new plan.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And they swim.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're pretty good swimmers.
Could you drop me in the ocean?
Yes, they are.
Oh, we have a potion of water breathing, right?
Just send her to go dive to the bottom of the
We've
ocean.
had so many
Go fight
viable
a
plans. We
whale?
just keep making it worse.
Just tell her to go fight a whale.
We give her
Jonah.
we give her
is
water
so
breathing,
stupid.
and then we just like tie her to a rock, and then because it's like 8 hours of water breathing.
You know what
Right?
happens when we sleep in?
Just go boom.
Yeah, what happens
You
when it's
imagine
8 hours and 10 minutes later?
the big bear Bree? Jesus, man. Oh, this is a lot of interesting ideas.
Can a werebear be charmed? I assume so with
Yeah.
the amount of stuff he suggested.
Oh, dude, I could panache her and then just run away from her all night.
Yeah, then I'll get some practice and run a whole marathon.
Sorry,
I have an idea. Damn. I'm talking to the magic.
Okay.
Again.
You got 3 questions that the flow of magic itself will
Will
answer.
any of these work? Yes, right.
1. Is it possible? Sorry, that's a stupid beginning. Well,
No. No.
yeah, is it possible? No. Yes, okay, actually, that does work. Is it possible for Bree to control the lycanthropic urges on her first transformation in, tomorrow night?
So what'd you say? Is it possible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially, is there a number?
Can't
Yes.
it be if it's a bear?
Okay. Well, there you go.
Bear canter?
Maybe that number's at 30, but it's possible.
Well, I always figured even if she failed it, it would probably like the experience would give her a better chance next time. Because I
Yeah,
guess we gotta
I
control
think
this.
that's definitely
we
the
got-
idea.
We gotta learn to control this one way or the other.
Yeah.
Alright. That's your first
Yeah,
question.
3 questions?
Yeah, you got 2
Okay.
more.
I was gonna scry first for these other 2. Shit, but whatever. I'm already here. 2. Was the letter from Lady Valeria? Was that her name? I believe that's her name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Intended in a threatening or hostile manner to us.
That was a DM side.
The answer would be not necessarily.
Whack. Okay. And the third one. Is there a wellspring that caused Korbach? Wait a minute. This is not DM Insight. I'm stupid. It's got to be something that happens soon, right? No. Oh, just 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no.
No, yeah, it could be anything. So
And now your train's leaving.
I just have
the
DM
main
Insight.
The main limitation is just that it has to be yes or no, right?
Yeah.
So, or like yes or no, or like
And usually it's
couple
also
words,
the
right?
deity's
Is the
knowledge
source
as
of-
well.
Is
Yeah,
the
I was gonna say-
source of Kerbach's is a source of Kerbach's longevity magic culture.
Well, obviously I know that. That's obviously true. It was going to be, is
okay,
it
well.
related to a wellspring?
Get out of town.
Fair.
is that what you want to ask?
Is the nature of Korbach's unique longevity related to a wellspring?
No.
Okay. Alright, then that's all.
Mm-hmm.
It would be kind of cool to put a actual fountain of youth in the southeast of your
That's
America
what I was thinking.
proxy.
Yeah. Like a fountain of power. I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of El Dorado-like city. There's no way poetry hasn't included something like that. But as for what it is, we don't know yet.
Yeah, we need our It's Tough to Be a God arc.
Yeah, Talvo, why aren't you spreading your old world religion? What the hell? Terrible colonizer.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I wasn't down with the religion when I was over there, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
So,
he lived in an area. He was a a freelancer, a pirate in one of the more diverse parts of that world, or that part of the world rather. So like there was like multiple religions that he probably had crew members practicing
had contact with.
Stuff,
Yeah. That's fair. Based explorers.
Money's bigger than God. We would rather trade with everybody. Have to conform to religion.
Yeah.
True.
So
it's kind of like everyone needs oil, so you can be a dickhead if you want situation.
So
all right.
Yeah, so while you guys are thinking IRL, we can assume that your characters would be kind of ruminating and thinking on this while you're running some errands and going out and like looking around in the city. I know TSM had some plans that Talvo would be taking care of. And is Bree gonna is Bree very worried about this, or is she gonna train but then also take some time to relax?
So she is worried about this, but now that she's realized there's no hope, she's just gonna go back to studying and seeing if there's anything she can find out about the tarot cards.
Okay, so she's gonna go back to. What about Bill? Bill's like, yo, we gotta get back to training, man.
She's like.
Okay, he's like, fine. I'm just gonna go smoke in the courtyard in peace.
Yeah, so you should just trick him into smoking a blunt, and you just both take a nap.
Yeah, that's been the secret. But then we'd have a bear with the munchies.
Oh no, you true.
I have good berry.
So he heads.
I can get it.
No, they can eat anything.
So he's hanging
matter.
out, and what was I gonna say? Anywho, you guys go out into the city and start again. The celebration is kind of ongoing. The army of Kurbak has not even the full army has arrived, but again, part of it has come back, including Kurbak, and you guys are gonna be able to. You guys are going to be able to hang out and look around and then kind of come to a final decision. Are any of you looking for anything in particular while you're shopping, or are you just going to be kind of
I want to find an apothecary shop.
Okay. Sounds good. You definitely could go and find an apothecary. Again, there's probably multiple. And what are you looking for there?
I was looking for a sleeping potion. And, poisons, either just raw damage or nice looking status effects.
Okay.
Like paralyze or something like that.
Okay. When you go to one, they're going to tell you one of them is going to be the first shop is oh, we don't have anything like that. We're kind of sold out of that right now after, the recent conflict and everything. A lot of mercenaries and a lot of soldiers who, have money to spend came in here buying up a lot of that stuff.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, sure.
I do have an advantage inherently because I rule.
Mm-hmm. He seems
okay. Well,
he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go to the next one.
I would just
Yeah.
I'm
assuming you just go move on. Yeah. The next guy, he would tell you that he does have a couple things. He has a few health potions, but you got plenty of those, so you're not that worried about that. And then he does have the next guy does have a potion of heroism. So he could have one thing. A potion of heroism.
How much for the potion of heroism?
The what? Sorry?
How much is it?
Yeah.
How much is it?
It would be... oh, God. I think I have a... Yeah, there we go. It would be... I'm looking up in I'm looking up in this list I have that has a bunch of prices, and then there it is. It would be it would only be like 600 gold.
Oh, put it on the husband's visa.
Yeah, he has two of them actually. If you don't know what Potion of Heroism does, it gives you 10. It gives you a 10 temp HP, and also for an hour, you have the effect of the Bless spell, which is, I believe, is that the one that gives you a D4, or is it? I can't remember. What is the Bless spell specifically?
What's up?
Oh no, it's hold on. Yeah, you get basically for an hour you get to add a D4 to every attack or saving throw you do.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's guidance, which is for abilities, and then there's this or skill checks, and then this one is for attacks and saving throws. I think.
Yeah, give me both, by all means.
Okay. Yeah, so 600 each. So. And then you probably hit up another apothecary, and there's probably like 2 or 3 ones in town. The other one also doesn't really have much else, though. So it seems like kind of a bust. Except that as you walk out of the third one, you notice something, which is that there's a lot of like people more than normal in the city because of the festivities going on, and including a lot of like travelers and traveling merchants. Also, like there's a couple like performing troops that you guys have seen around, right? Like, basically circus groups and stuff. And you, as you leave this third apothecary, this is the closest one to like the gate where a lot of this activity is. And you see that someone has smartly set up it's a traveling alchemist, it seems, who has set up his little stall, his little cart, right across the street from this apothecary that you were visiting. And he even catches eyes with you, and he's like, "Oh, here, good sir."
Could I give like a common like thieves can't type greeting? That sounds kind of normal, but it's just a little bit of a not like walking, it's just like, what are you peddling? What's the scam here?
Yeah, you do that. He doesn't seem to notice.
I walk up and see what he has on sale.
He's like, "Oh yes,
listen to his sales pitch."
Yeah, he's like, "I have traveled far across the continent, gathering the most exquisite ingredients from the tops." And you kind of know he's going to go for like a whole couple minutes longer unless you cut him off. Do you let him do his old spiel, or?
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, he's like,
"Yeah, go ahead."
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but he's basically like, from the tops of the highest peaks,
we gotta...
the delicate flowers from the streams, the most full-bodied moss that which has sucked up the moisture from the very well springs, and he continues on for another couple minutes with that.
So what's it do?
He's like, well,
what's he claiming this does?
He motions to his kind of like this rack. He motions to his rack of potions, and
stare.
Yeah. He's got this rack of potions here, and a lot of them look like kind of mundane. Like a lot of them are not necessarily like magic potions, just like concoctions, right? For like stomach bugs or whatever. But he's got Pepto-Bismol, and
I'll take a pep potion of Pepto-Bismol.
But then he does have at the top row, like in very like gold leaf encrusted caps for like these flasks and stuff, like obviously very fancily presented potions that do seem to be magical. Like you can just kind of by looking at them, you have a feel for this sort of thing, and he's and he motions them, and he's like, "Well, all my potions are made with these fine ingredients, but specifically, you look like a man of culture and an adventurer. Do you have good luck with the ladies? Or the men? Both?"
Yes. Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I can bring that to the next level. Because, first off, I have this," and he pulls out one potion, and he says, "This is a potion of enlarge extremity. It enlarges one of your limbs. You can use it to make one of your arms big, lift up rocks the size of houses.
Yep.
And he's like, and then he kind of sees you, maybe your look, like says Talvo, give him a look about it. What is Talvo's reaction to that?
Out of curiosity, do I know how that spell works?
Yeah, it just enlarges
like
one of your four limbs.
Well, okay, but like, let's say I already use this like a poison. Would I get to choose what gets enlarged, or do they get hit by it and then they choose?
It's kind of like, if you don't know it's coming, it would probably just be random.
Still seems kind of good.
But
someone in some weird cartoonish proportion.
Yeah,
like,
it's
they have one
like
massive
Popeye.
leg. That's still kind of crippling,
Yeah,
you know? Like,
Yeah.
So,
What if like we go up against like a barbarian, then he gets a big fucking arm, then he can just like.
yeah, but like,
so
he's like holding. Then he's trying to like hold.
So
Like
does
a club the size of a toothpick,
yeah.
and he's all like lopsided.
So
like,
does Talvo like look interested, or just kind of give him a dubious look, or
how much?
He's like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bargain if you bundle it with this other one. And he pulls out another one that's very similar looking, and he's like, this one is a potion of enlarge extremity, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, mix those up.
And he's like, I'll give you both to you for the low price of 250 gold.
Oh, easy.
Okay, so yeah, you have one potion of enlarge extremity, and then one potion of enlarge extremity in quotation marks. Yeah, but then he continues because like you hand over 250 gold, and he's like, oh shit, because like that's like more, you know, his other little mundane normal potion concoctions, the brews. Most of those sell for maybe a couple gold max. So you basically just like paid for his whole like months of salary, whatever. And then he's like, oh, I have more too. He's like, if you're a man who gets into fights, this'll help keep you in the fight longer. And he holds up a potion that you're expecting it to be like a health potion or something, but no, it's actually got like a gray color to it. And he's like, it'll make your skin hard as stone. And typically when like when you're looking at potions, you can take like a drop of it and put it on your tongue and get a sense for what it's going to do.
Yeah, and tongue turns to stone.
You do this, and it does make your skin like literally feel harder. You're not able to. You're not inhibited in your movement at all or anything. But yeah, in mechanical terms, this would raise your AC by 2 for an hour when you drink it. Just flat raise your AC by 2. On top of whatever you have.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Just all you got?
He's like,
Kind of like, I like this, but if you got something else you can throw on top, maybe another one of those other potions you gave me earlier.
He's like,
Give me a bundle deal.
Those are the only ones I had of those type. The ones of...
You have this whole setup, and you have 3 potions that you're selling entirely in your stock.
I had a couple more,
or
but a couple...
The rest of this bunk. Is the rest of these bunk? Or the rest of these bunk?
He's like, I got one more.
Your big rack of potions.
He's like, I have one more that I think you'll like. And he reaches and he takes one, and this one is swirling with all the colors of the rainbow, like spinning around and churning.
Gay potion.
The gay potion.
Yeah.
He's like, this will turn anyone gay. No, no, okay. This is a potion of luck. It makes you luckier.
I need that.
And I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
because you've been a good sport and a good
boy.
customer, I'll play a game of dice with you. And if you win, I'll give you the luck potion for free. It's only fitting. if you lose, then you pay me the full price for it and the Iron Skin potion.
We literally don't lose doing this.
Oh, by all means.
He nods and he reaches into his pocket, immediately pulling out 2 dice.
Can I perception those dice right away?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
His own dice.
He'll actually hold them out to you to hold. That's pretty standard when you're doing stuff like this.
So if I actually get to like manipulate and look through them,
Yeah,
do I get an advantage on my perception?
It would be still normal.
Okay.
Anything in particular that would give you advantage? Yeah, they seem fair. So.
Okay.
Okay, and he just
I would kind
says,
of jiggle in my palm and say, I would ask him who rolls first.
he's like, we'll do first to 3. We roll them, and simply who gets a higher combination wins.
I kind of jiggle my palm. How about we change the rules a little? Instead of we both throw 2, let's both throw 1 at a time.
He shrugs and nods. He's like, very well. And
I'll take that bet. Yeah.
He's like, first to 3 wins. And he tosses his die. And you toss yours. This is just a d6, obviously, just a normal 6-sided die. Okay. And it comes up with a 4 for you, 2 for him. He's like, well, you know, Lady Luck is not on my side for now, but we'll see if my luck can turn up.
Now, I'll grab the dice he threw, and he grabs the dice I...
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. And you roll again.
Oof.
Okay. And this time he's like, well,
he's got a dice that always rolls a 4.
1 to 1.
I think you could have done something like make him drink the potion to see if it worked, and if it worked and he won, I think that'd be funny. You wouldn't have
the potion because he drank it.
I know, like that's what I was saying. If he had more than 1, but he didn't, you know. I just thought it was funny.
So he's like 1 to 1, and then you switch back. You spin again.
Okay.
Roll again.
Oh,
tie.
Tie. 3 and 3, we roll again. 1 to 1 still.
Please.
Brother.
Mm-hmm. He's like, well, I only need 1 more. Let's hope your luck turns up now.
Alright. Now I want to sleight of hand. The next dice roll.
Okay, sounds good. You can roll a sleight of hand check.
Does that work? You just like.
Okay, so I have
Oops.
Wait. No, I don't have proficiency. Otherwise, that would be a natural 10. But yeah.
Proficiency and dice rolling.
What are you trying to do when you try to like spin it in like consciously in a certain way, or it's gonna like?
Well,
that's not even cheating, is it? That's just rolling a die the right way.
Yeah, I was like, how does this work? Like, it lands on the ground, you go like, oh, like
Yeah.
the runner is not looking.
I'm a little curious. Have I observed like the rules? Like, can I kind of like fudge my dice into his and fuck up the roll? Or have we established this is first up? It's not like ball where you're knocking it back and forth.
Yeah,
Or
you do
could
it at the
be?
same time, so
Okay.
you can
Well-
try. We can say that your 13 is you trying.
So if we're doing it at the same time. Maybe I am trying to like hit like the rim behind, so like my dice bounces back and hits his as it's spinning. Still,
Sounds good.
which I think would be considered fair game.
Yeah, you do this,
Dexterity
and
check.
it is not going to give you any mechanical benefit, but if he is cheating, it would presumably throw off whatever he's doing as well. So, all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your third roll here. And it unfortunately does not matter because Talvo like tosses it, hits it into his, and the guy does give a little bit of a. You're looking at his face when he does this. When this happens, he does give a little like a frown, like he wasn't expecting that, and it does worry him for whatever reason, which is a little suspicious. But regardless, your die then rolls over onto a 1, and his onto a 5.
His die is enchanted that if you hit it, it goes to a 1. Try it again.
I'm getting owned.
And so he looks at you and he's like, well, I'm sorry, friend, but hey, think about it this way. I get my money for my hard work, and you get a potion. You get 2 more potions, in fact.
How do you feel about double or nothing?
He's like, he's thinking about it. He's like, well, seeing as you never even asked what they cost on their own.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Well,
do that.
I'll tell you
Okay,
what.
never mind. See, bye. Walking away.
He's like, hold on. You've been a good sport. I was going to give them to you for a cheap price already of 750 for the luck and the iron skin potion. That's a steal.
Okay, well,
That's fucking insane.
But I'll double or nothing. Double, you give me 1,500 for the 2 potions. Nothing. If you win, I'll still give them to you, and you owe me nothing.
Is that fair?
I have one better for you. We're gonna play the same game. Well, it's the same game, but higher consequences. I'm gonna pull up my bag of fake fireball.
Okay.
And I'll say, we'll roll 1v1. And
If I lose, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
No, if you lose, you have to take one of the beads out of this bag and throw it directly at your own feet.
Wait, what?
And if you lose, you have to kill yourself.
Wait, is the
No,
bag? No, the
it's
bag
just-
is mostly fake ones, right? Or is it all?
It's
fake?
it's all fake
Okay.
ones.
Oh,
It's
okay,
all
okay.
fake ones, but
I
they're
thought they
enchanted
were
to
real.
seem like real ones.
Yeah.
No.
So wait, you're saying after every round, the loser takes one, and
Yeah, throws at their feet.
he looks at you. He's like, I don't know what those are, but they don't look very safe.
They're potions of fireball.
He's like,
I'm asking you to play a game where you put your life on the line.
are they're guaranteed to blow up?
Some of them.
He's like, he's not very sure about this idea.
To prove the authenticity, I'll grab one out of the bag and throw it at my feet. That one was done.
Crowd forming that one.
Roll me a
Like,
deception.
backing away.
Okay. At this point, a little bit of a crowd has gathered around, and people. When you did this, people were like, "Oh God, oh God!" And then you realize it was a dud, as you say, and the guy is like, "You know, what's the worst that could happen? Let's do it."
You could die, but alright.
It's like Lady Luck has
No,
never let me
can't.
down before.
That is all duds, guys. What are you talking about? It is all duds.
So yeah, what's your plan with this?
He doesn't know that. I'm just letting, like, out of character, let him know, like, what's
Yeah,
going on here.
This is funny.
What is your plan for this? TSM, how are you going to use this to...
To win.
Yeah.
To win, but, like, flex.
Okay.
Becoming one.
So yeah, same game.
Right.
But instead of like cumulative across 2 dice, it's 1 dice versus 1 dice.
Okay.
Why don't you use one of your dice against one of his dice? and then you switch those.
You know, it's actually a great idea.
Okay, so you pull out one of your own dice.
And I would say this is a trick dice that he wouldn't be able to know about unless he was pretty skilled.
Okay.
You can say whatever my proficiency at that would be is.
It'll just be what we'll say.
Ask him.
What we'll say is that it's like a weighted die that you have that is more likely than not to roll high. So it'll just be advantage, basically.
Pins your neutral side.
With that dice.
Yeah, so you just basically roll 2,
Okay.
and then we take the higher.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll ask him if he wants to go my dice versus his dice, or swap dice every round.
He will, he'll be like, we can just go your die versus my die. I trust that you're a man of honor, that you wouldn't cheat.
With life or death on the stakes, I honestly couldn't care less. I'm gonna give him a wild eye stare.
He looks a little intimidated, but he's kind of like trying to stay confident, stay cool and calm and collected, and he's like let's go.
Alright.
Alright.
First roll.
Yeah. He'll roll first this time. Oh, he got a 6. You get 2 rolls, so. Okay, so he wins the first one. He's like, and he as you were like,
grab.
he's like, "Ooh, well, got you there, but maybe step a little back."
As I grab a fireball beat out, I'm gonna lick it. With near my face, smash it down in front of. And I'm gonna try and look disappointed when it doesn't.
Are we
off.
all here? Or is it just these two?
It's just
I'm not there.
yeah, you guys are in different parts of the city and town.
Dan, I was gonna start doing like a performance, just like get like music going.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, well, maybe next time step a little ways further away from me when you do that part.
Why? Are you afraid?
No, it's no, it's fine. Lady Luck has never let me down.
Well, you're up one.
Say it 3 times fast, which will show up.
Winner goes first.
He rolls again.
Headphones.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
I have a dilemma.
Yeah, you get a 5. He's like, whoa, luck stays on my side. And this time he backs away before you get a chance to throw the thing.
I'm gonna reach in. I'm gonna grab 2. And like raise them up, shake my fist to the sky, and throw them both down in front of me.
Yeah.
And look absolutely distraught when neither one of them goes off.
Okay. And he looks a little freaked out now, especially he's like, let's do the third. Let's go.
And I'm gonna slay the hand again and try to fuck up his dice with my dice.
Okay. Sounds good. Drew a sleight of hand check.
Oh, this is probably just normal dice.
I'm gonna say that's good enough where you're gonna knock his dice off in a weird way, and he's gonna have disadvantage while you still have advantage. So here, I'll roll his first.
Okay.
I promise I'm not actually doing anything, I promise. At least not purposely. I don't know if it... Oh, let's... Okay, there we go! No! It's just... Bruh. I actually just got lucky.
Talvo really does need that luck potion, it seems.
Yeah. Talvo, you can roll twice. Maybe you'll match him with the 6. Because you keep your higher as well. Oh, okay. So like your die goes flying into his, knocking it off balance. Then it still somehow spins around in a way where it goes and lands on 6. But then you look back at yours, and it's still spinning, and yours also turns up with a 6. He's like, well, roll again, I guess.
1 each.
He's like, that's not how that works.
That's how it works out here in my game.
That means I win, though.
What?
No. Nobody gets a point. 1 bead each.
He's like, that doesn't make any sense. Are you trying to like intimidate him, like bluff him out?
No, like if we tie, nobody gets a point, but we both have to take a bead.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. But like, are you trying to intimidate him? Like,
yeah.
Roll me an intimidation check. You're like you've done a good job by this point of like having the crazed look in your eye and stuff. He's like, oh god, this guy's fucking psychotic. He's crazy. The guy's like, you know what? You know what? Just take the potions. Just take them. It's fine. You've earned them. You've earned them. And he just like takes the potions and like shoves them in your hands.
Thanks, man. Just strolling down the street.
Yeah, yeah. He's like freaked out.
Ain't no way, dude.
And he's like
So
already
those 2 potions.
He's closing up
Potion
his
of
little
luck
cart and
and,
everything now. And
Potion of like stone skin.
yeah, iron skin and
Iron skin.
luck. By the way, the luck potion.
Potion of
The luck potion's really good. What it does is that for an hour after drinking the potion of luck, any natural 1 is turned into a nat 20.
Wow.
Yeah, and beyond the fact that you also just get a nat 20 from a normal nat 20, it means you have a 1 in 10 instead of a 1 in 20 chance. And you can't get a nat 1, so turns a really bad thing into a good thing. So,
what all checks does that result on?
Any
Just
checks. Any check in the... Oh, I think your mic cut out again. Say 7? No, we can't hear you. Oh, wait, you're back. Hold on.
No, yeah, okay.
There you go.
So, is it just D20 checks that works?
Oh,
on?
yeah, just D20s, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, skills, attacks, saving throws, mainly.
Still pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be, that.
That's my day.
Yeah,
Yeah, damn.
There'll also be something else that we'll get to when you guys group back up for dinner and everything. Bree is researching. Britsha, why don't you roll me a Arcana check? Or an investigation, whichever is better. I think they're probably the same for you. I don't know, maybe not. Arcana or investigation?
Yeah, they're the same.
Yeah, they're both intelligence based, so. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. Is Adau working on training more with his group of acolytes?
I have a couple things I want to do.
Okay.
One, it's been a day, so I'll check on Cog and see what he's doing since I gave him Solomon's shield.
Yeah, when you go to like the little training area that was designated for you by Kurbach and a little plaza, it would have been like he basically gave you like a building that you could use that was, parts of it are used for other stuff, but there's a little courtyard that you have done your training in. You go here, and a couple of your other dudes that you've been training come up to you, and they're like, "Hey, that new guy, he meditated there in the corner all night long. But then when we did our morning exercises, he joined us without saying a word. And he was into it. He was grunting with the exertion with every move."
Was he using the shield?
He had it on him the whole time, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Acolyte?
Yeah.
I don't know. I will go see what he's doing.
Yeah. And you go into the courtyard, and it seems like he is now, like, at this point, like, eating a meal or something, with a few of the other acolytes. He still is not really talking to them, though, just sitting there.
Okay. Well, that's... that'll have to change, unless he didn't attune to the shield. But, yeah, I'll approach him. I'll be like, well, the word on the street, everyone's talking about it, is that, you meditated through the night without stopping, trying to attune. So, news?
He's like, I don't know what this attunement is you speak of, but the shield,
a nice head you have on your
shield
shoulders.
speaks to me.
I'm concerned. I don't say that, but I'm concerned.
Just to his face, I'm concerned. This is an intervention.
Well, so all right, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna say, well, what does it say?
Well, it's less of actual words and more just affirmations.
Okay. Well, you know what though? I think now, because I saw the dragon talk to him, I could believe this. This could be a real thing. He might not be insane. So, okay. Well, so
just, like detect thoughts in and see if it's just one voice in there.
I don't know how that works. I would assume that that's how it works. If there were multiple voices in there. Yeah, sure. Let me see. Let me use the thing.
Okay.
My feet. I want to see what I hear.
You detect thoughts, and even at a very surface level, you can tell that he's a very active mind, and his mind is saying, I must improve. I am in the right place, but my path has just begun. Stuff along those lines. It's just him talking to himself mentally.
Okay. Okay, well then, yeah, so what is it's just affirmations.
Positive affirmations is good mental health. Good for him.
True, it is, yeah. So, do you know, obviously, the shield has great, moral and philosophical meaning, of course, but, what does it physically do when you use it in battle as a tool? Which he should know if he actually, attuned to it, even if he doesn't know what that means. And he wouldn't be able to explain it in game terms like PCs would.
He would say it can brace you against even the hardest of impacts.
Okay, then that sounds about right.
Shield, so.
Then, true. It is, yeah.
That was the involuntary. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Cog, you moron. Obviously. No. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not. That's evidence enough for me. So, very good job. You've earned rest and a meal much grander than this one, which you will receive in due time. But for now, you're a lieutenant of and I say the order name, but I still don't know what it is.
That's fine, yeah.
Of the order.
Just change it every time.
Yeah, true.
That way, the enemies won't know who to look for.
Yeah, and based on your exactly, actually, that's good. I like that. It seems more like a Talvo thing, but we'll deal with it. We'll go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you a name that has maybe a double entendre, if you want.
Oh, what is it?
The Bad Dragon.
Well, no, I meant like something that had a meaning that had like a thieves' cant related to it, maybe or something.
Okay. You didn't have something on your mind. You just you could do that. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's not a bad idea. But anyway, for now, I'm just gonna say, congratulations. I don't have any formal rights yet for this sort of thing, I guess. But the great purple one speaks to you, or has spoken to you. So maybe you will be one to bring these, bring her will. Her? It is a her, right? I think.
I don't think you guys know.
In mythology? Okay, I don't know. Bring their will to make this the purest, not cult it could be. But anyway, your prowess in combat, obviously, incredible. You demonstrated that yesterday. I say my entire body's bruised and bleeding. So I'd like you to take over training, as I have to go and deal with something. I don't even know what's going on in Roller Gore. Because the lady there is a bitch and has kidnapped one of my former accomplices.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like...
She could also be like, hey, I found this from your friend.
Yeah, it could be, I found your friend's tooth.
This yours?
And I knew whose it was.
So, oh yeah, he'll take on, he'll just nod and be like, I will do this.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good, very good. I'm very proud.
Oh yeah, and like, he'll kind of even just turn away and immediately start, like, again, he's been, the other people have told you that he's been silent pretty much, but now he'll start talking to them and immediately falling in with them, so.
Cool. He seems kind of wacky, but hopefully he's just, devoted, I guess, to his god.
We're sane,
yeah. Yeah, and we're sane. We're perfectly normal. And we can be trusted around weapons. But anyway, so okay, that was one thing. I just wanted to see what he was doing. Two, I would like to instruct all of the people who aren't fit for combat, or who don't want to be involved, to go maximum sicko mode on recruitment.
Okay.
Sicko maximum.
And not even of the religious nature, although you can do that, but because I'm kind of trying to do a Grand Army of the Republic type beat here.
Okay.
I like Master Sifo Dyas going to Camino type deal. So
can I come up with a motto? Can I come up with a motto that is sounds like popular recruitment, but if you know the dark secrets or whatever, thieves camp stuff, it sounds like, hey, actually come over here. And you can,
and you can be part of the real, You can do that. I like that.
Yeah. Seems like it'll be perfectly good.
Adau, he's our man.
They're putting a fresco of me on the wall. No, we'll have none of that until later. What was the third thing? Oh yes, wanted to check and see. Fuck, there are 4 things. So not 4 more, but I wanted to see, because last time I was here, I didn't want to spend too terribly much money on completing that mithril plate set.
Yeah.
Now, we have basically infinite money. So I want to see because currently I have mithril half plate, I want to see if there's anything additionally, that I can add on to this. It's +1 as well, so if I can find something of that rarity or better, it'd be good. Or a lead on how to get some.
Yeah. Probably there would actually be a. There probably would actually be a traveling exotic weapon and armor smith in town for the festivities. Someone who knows how to... Yeah. They're kind of selling some very high-end pieces of weaponry and armor to some of the soldiers who are returning back with spoils of war, to celebrate their successful campaign. And it's actually it's a dwarven weaponsmith.
From where?
He's actually from out west. He's not from any of the kingdoms around here.
Okay. Alright. Very cool.
Colorado.
So aside from... I find him...
Yeah.
And he's got just a cart set up in the square, or does he have a building rented out, or what?
He's got a whole he's actually kind of outside the walls of the city. He's got a whole he's got a couple carts his own little mini caravan. A couple of his assistants there who have basically helped him set up a mobile forge.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, this guy looks promising. So I'll go up and I will greet the dwarf.
Yeah, and he's like, how you doing there, bud?
Get going.
I'm doing swell.
He's a yeah. He's like my name is Mo.
Mo the dwarf.
Yeah.
Well, where do you come from, Mo?
Far to the west there, bud.
South.
Yeah. What is the what's Cool Town's name?
What? Cool Town.
Cool Town, where Bree is from.
I don't know.
That's
Bree's
his
not
name.
really from like a town. Bree.
That's his name, but it's pronounced
Bree,
like
okay.
differently.
Bree's from it's like a small village. It's not really like a
Okay.
major city.
So he would have no idea, and he's probably also from like here.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, I don't know jack shit about that. Okay. Well, fair enough. I'll say, well, that it's good to see. Good to have new people around. You never have too many interesting stories and too many exotic wares.
He's like, let's just get to the business there, buddy.
Wow.
He's like, no offense, but people around here ain't much my type.
I believe it. I'm looking specifically to augment the armor I'm currently wearing.
Okay.
I'm sure you can see it's Iceblick.
Yeah.
It's of dwarven make, I believe, actually.
It looks like good craftsmanship there.
Yeah.
He's looking at. He's like, that looks like it was made, and he would say like a specific family, like of smiths. He's like, well, by this family, probably a couple hundred years ago.
Wow. Okay. And dwarves in this world, they have a human-like lifespans, right? Or are they also
It's
venerable?
in the range of 200 to 300 years.
Okay. So, all right.
Yeah.
No, I would know that. I mean, so okay, well, that's cool. I would figure they'd. If you're a smith, you would know that kind of thing, especially with such like artifacts like this. Well, I mean, I've no doubt your craftsmanship can equal or surpass this. So, I mean, if you have anything, I'd be able to buy from you, or barter if you're looking to acquire things to sell back out west. We found many artifacts in our travels.
He looks at the armor. He's looking at the armor up and down. He's like, Tell you what, I'd say that I could add on to what you got there, bud.
Cool, that's good to hear.
Crafting a whole set would take months of something like that quality, but I could take the parts that aren't covered in plate, cover them up, turn it into a full plate set.
Okay.
Where included?
Would he need?
Yeah.
Would he need this to do that, or can he just?
He would do it, yeah.
Okay.
So you'd have to leave.
He's
with
just
that.
gonna trim your armor, bro, for free. Don't worry.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Trimming rune armor, 10K. Okay. I mean, Let me look at his other. Look at his wares then. Let me look at his wares.
Most of his stuff is
As
like.
if it's.
Yeah, most of it's just like high quality normal armor, but he does have some enchanted armor, and like it would be the +1 basically. Most of it's like pretty simple stuff like chainmail, chain shirt. He might have like an enchanted set of scale mail. That's about the high end of what he's got. But he's also got like some Iceblick, some mithril stuff that isn't enchanted beyond that, just being made of that metal. But he clearly knows his way around Iceblick as well.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he can give you a loaner set while he's working on it.
Yeah, I can't wear half plate if it's not Iceblick because of the strength requirement. Oh shit! Yes, I can because I've got the belt. So Never mind.
Just don't take the belt off. Or just...
Yeah, that's true. So, hopefully no one's got I don't even know how you would take one of those off. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, though. I mean, this was like 5,000 gold of armor, and he's a traveling merchant. How do I know where you're going to be?
He would tell you that he's planning to stick around here for a couple weeks.
Couple weeks, okay. Well, I mean, what is that? What would that put me at? That would put me at, assuming none of this other shit is AC modifying, which it's not.
Probably still higher than me.
I'd have a 24 AC.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, that's worth it. And I mean, how much? Okay, well, how much is it going to cost for because it's extra material? And I'm sure you'll want to, while adding your own flavor, match the style that this family has put onto this armor. So, what would it cost?
2,500 gold.
20. That seems. Maybe, does that seem low to me? It seems low to me as a player. Does it seem low to Adau as
right now what
inhabitant?
You have is... What is what you have? It's half plate, but one...
Half plate.
Is it up, plus anything?
Yeah, it's +1.
Oh, yeah, he would probably say, 3,500 then, sorry.
Okay.
Still not that.
So that sounds like normal to me? Not, really low? Or,
the thing
too
is,
good
he's
to be
only
true.
bumping it up from half plate to...
Yeah, he's adding, pauldrons and greaves, I think.
So it's not that crazy.
Okay. Well, actually, you know what then? Yeah, that actually... Sure. I get putting it in that context. Now, about, like Talvo said, or Helios, I forget who it was, just a minute ago, about the loner set. Is that something he'd be willing to do? I could pay him extra. Also, how time elastic is this job? If I give him extra money, how much quicker could it be done?
It would probably still take a minimum of 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
But if you want to pay more, you could expedite it.
Yeah, no, that's what I intend to do.
Okay, it would just be 500 more to make it, and then he would bump it up to the top of the list, top of his queue.
Okay.
So, yeah, 4,000 gold total then, and he'll have it done in 3 or 4 days. He would say in the meanwhile, he can lend you some normal half plate, basically what you were using before.
Okay. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, swag. And then I'll have to steal that iron skin potion from Talvo. Shit, that actually... Okay, that'll be pretty crazy. Yeah, I'll give him... Fuck it. We have 360,000 gold.
Yeah.
And a bunch of gems and scrolls and potions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying put it on Daddy's visa. Whatever.
Yeah, right.
You need to keep track anymore for the rest of the campaign.
Right. And we're only gonna make more, baby. Not if I have anything to... If I have something to say about it, we will. Okay. Alright.
Yeah. So he'll do that and get working on that.
Hog.
While you kind of think about if there's anything else, Helios, what about you?
Actually, I've been thinking, not just sitting here. I don't know if anything really stands out that I want to do. I thought it'd be kind of funny to find that weird potion guy, and just get a grab bag of random potions that I don't know what they do. Just have. Just to be like, oh shit, funny. What's this one do? Just for a funny.
Mm-hmm.
A bag of mini potions.
Yeah, a bag of. Yeah, or just a bunch of just random shit, we roll for. I don't know.
As you're kind of walking around, just looking. Again, there's lots of markets that are set up because of all the people coming into town to sell stuff, all the tourists basically, right? Visitors from nearby towns coming in for the festivities. You're just walking around. You do notice that you have a bit of a reputation now, so people actually recognize you, and they're like, "Oh, that's the famed bard Helios." And as you're going around, you see a group of kids, a couple Boarman kids, a human kid and a elf kid, just like chilling, and they're kind of like motioning, and you can tell they're trying to work up the courage to come talk to you.
Hi. I think one of the Madagascar's. Hi there. I don't know how to run kids.
So you just like walk over, and you're like, "Hi there," and they're like,
"Hello."
And one of the little
they get down on their knees like
one of the little Boarman kids is like, Mr. Helios,
they call me.
Is it okay if we get you to sign our instrument we made?
Hell yeah. No, I do say that. They're kids like, oh.
And one of them like goes and runs over behind like a little crate in this alleyway that they're next to, and like comes out with like a it's literally like an old box that they then like strap something onto to make like the neck of like a fiddle, and then it just has strings, and then it's like strings that are clearly just like thrown out scraps from like a leather working shop.
This looks better than the first one I ever made. Okay.
And they bring this over. It's also way too big for any of them. Like it's like a full size guitar, and they're like all, 3 feet tall.
Can you like masterwork signing this like so well that like a crowd gathers to watch the signing of it and skyrocket the value of it?
Absolutely.
So you want to make a big display out of it?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. So you start like you could kind of announce out and be like, "Here are my newest prodigies," like that.
Would this be dexterity? Just sign it well.
I would say performance still, actually.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, because you're like putting on a show and also like doing the like big performative gestures, literally, right? And so you come in and like do a big like signature on it with like a quill pen that someone just hands
charity
you.
fundraiser concert.
And these little like pipsqueaks here are just like they're just like awestruck, and then like people are like watching and like definitely like giving this they're like, oh, like that's so wholesome, and then the kids like you kind of get the idea that like maybe you should like give each of the kids like a nickname or an inspirational message. So you kind of or actually one of the kids would probably be like the Boarman who kind of presented it to you. There's a boy Boarman and a girl Boarman, and then like a boy elf and a boy like human kid, and they each kind of like the boy Boarman kid has been like, he's the one who gave the thing to you to sign. He's like, could you give us performing names like you have?
Isn't this the DM show? Okay.
They're your followers.
Give me 1 second. I gotta think on the spot here. And I just, looking at them, be like,
What are their individual makeshift like musical instruments?
Well, they only have the
one
for all of them.
Okay, so they all share it.
Yeah.
You know what? Huey, Lewis, and the News. Those are the 3 names.
But there's 4 of them. There's 2 Boarman.
Yeah, so
Huey, Lewis, the, and News.
Yeah, he's the ampersand.
Yeah, it's the one guy and the guitar, and the rest of them are backup dancers.
Yeah. That's them.
Or like, I guess just like lead dancers. It's like, because like the guy with the guitar doesn't have to dance, but the rest of them, they put on like a festival for the eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, and then they're like, oh, Huey Lewis in the News, such a good name. and they're like, okay, we'll.
You're not ready for them yet.
They're
Your
like,
kids are gonna love them.
One day we'll become.
Which one of the
like
4?
you.
Which one of the 4 is Huey Lewis, though?
Yeah. The one with the guitar, I guess? I don't know anything about the actual band.
They actually the kids hand the the Boarman kid that was holding the little makeshift guitar, he hands it off to the human child, and then you realize something, Helios. In this moment, you realize, wait a minute, that's not a human child. It's a fully grown halfling hanging out with these kids.
You set me up for that one. I had no way to know.
And you're like, wait a minute. This is like, you realize all of a sudden that like this halfling kid is basically like a little gang leader, and these like orphans are like his Oliver Twist gang.
I meant this is... How long have you been saving that bit for?
I just thought of it. I thought of it before I introduced the kids, but what do you do when you realize this? Do you just kind of awkwardly pretend not to have noticed, or yeah, you're like, okay, yeah,
alright, buddy,
and then you start walking away, and then you immediately hear the halfling going, "Who wants to buy this guitar signed by Helios?"
Can I curse it?
No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that, but you do get the implication that as you're walking away, they kind of scurry back into an alleyway, and you're like, "Oh God!"
I cast Irresistible Dance on him.
You actually do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, he starts dancing, and the other little kids are like, "Oh, I guess we're doing that now!" Woo! And they start dancing.
It's actually that good of a signature.
I really liked Helios. I really liked meeting Helios.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Somebody come by with a lot of money and then just keep raising the bid on it, and then we can just get all of our money back. Right.
No, the halfling is he's like, "Hey, come back here!" Because he realizes what you've done, and then you're just leaving.
Yeah, let's win. Enjoy!
Okay.
Is no one else concerned about this full-grown adult hanging out with a bunch of kids?
I did think about that as well.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm not there.
He's an orphan leader, the gang leader,
Yeah, he's the orphan gang leader. They're gonna be a powerful band one day, I don't
know. Yeah, that's their band name. The Orphan Gang. So
they play lo-fi music.
So, okay, yeah. What?
The half band. No.
It's full circle. He is a half band member. He's finally.
Return. I don't think we're gonna go too much longer tonight. Tonight's gonna be a kind of short session. I got some work I gotta do, but so I think we're just gonna power through. We're not gonna take a break, but we're just gonna power through.
Any weird potions?
You find actually the same potion dude with his cart that Talvo had run into. Not that you know that Talvo knew. This is just later the same day.
Sure.
And the dude is he's selling potions, but again, most of them are normal, mundane concoctions.
Give me your experimental shit.
You just walk up to this dude, you're like, give me your experimental shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like,
I don't want to remember after taking one of these.
Yeah,
this guy's already been. This is the same guy I played the Yu-Gi-Oh! Death Duel with, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably already shaken by one cycle coming up to his stall today.
Yeah, when you come, he's like, oh, I mean, I don't really have that much left. I can just, here's what you seem. Wait, I think I heard about you. You're the bard man.
Me. The one?
He's like, oh,
look around. Yeah.
I have a great idea. I have the perfect thing. Don't tell. There was this other guy that came by earlier, a shady-looking dude. He bought a bunch of my potions and then kind of swindled me out of the other ones. Weird-looking guy. But anyways, don't tell him this, but I actually hid one from him.
Okay, so you know that I knew him.
Yeah, it's if you see him, don't you'll know when you see him.
I'll be on the lookout for those shady folks.
Yeah. He's like, I do have one more, though. One more potion I didn't show him that someone like you could make use of.
Okay.
And he, looks around, and then digs deep into like his cart, like a big bin, and pulls out a potion, and it's just like brown, murky color.
Shit.
And he's like, "This is the potion of running."
The shit potion.
Yeah, wait a minute, no.
It's like, this potion will let you, if you drink it, will let you run your mouth and your lips quicker and more efficiently than ever before.
Hey, man, I thought it was to be running, and I was going to drink it and then run faster than Talvo and be like, "Hey, look what I did!"
But only towards the nearest bathroom.
This is compulsion, but fast.
Let's do it.
I'll
take the OCD potion.
I would taste test it, buddy.
Okay, yeah, you could like take a drop.
Take a sip.
I'll take a drop of it.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it would just basically just speed up everything about like what you're able to do. Not in a combat sense, like it doesn't have any bonus like haste does, but in like a like being able to sing, you could like become like a rapper
So
who like is like
just-
rapping like 3,000 words a minute.
It's just like cocaine in a bottle.
Yeah.
I'll take 10. No. Sure, we'll take it.
Okay, it's only 50 gold, so
Oh, that's nothing.
yeah.
Do I even need to log that at this point?
I've been taking stuff out.
Okay, 50
Yeah,
gold.
I've been logging everything I've added.
Potion of running?
Okay.
Question mark?
Alright.
I mean, this point in the description is go. The modifier is go fast.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, other than that, you don't really, unfortunately, Talvo bought all the cool potions that he had, the other cool potions, so...
Early bird.
I like reach into my pouch for the money and like, does he flinch?
Yeah, he's like, ooh! Oh, okay, it's just money.
It's money. No, I have the actual fireball beads on me, probably like around my neck or something.
That's true. He's
probably like...
Yeah, he maybe doesn't notice him at first, but then when he does, he's like, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, just yeah, have a good day." And he like quickly tries to pack up his shop again.
That was weird.
And
I should probably tell Talvo about this later.
and why don't we go to Bree, who has spent her day researching.
Researching.
We had you roll earlier, right? What did you get? Is that the 10 there?
Yeah.
Okay. Bree, you are
Is
able...
Bree being assisted by her like guide?
No, he's meditating out in the courtyard. He doesn't care about non-bear stuff, you know?
Oh, well.
Hold on. I thought I heard, like, Tucker throwing up or something, but... What was I gonna say? Bree, you are actually able to find... You're kind of flipping through books, and then you're like, wait a minute. You just saw a page that had a picture, an illustration of a deck of cards, tarot cards, like the one that you found. And you just stop flipping through the book that you're reading in the library, and you're like, wait a minute. You go back to it, and it says, there are many decks like this one. Some mundane, some barely enchanted with minor magics and tricks and illusions, but there are several decks of cards that have the ability to shape reality. Just know that when you draw a card from such a deck, your life will forever be changed. And it has a couple... It doesn't have like a list of all the type of cards there are, but it does have a few examples of stories told by people who drew cards from such decks. It actually says... There's a couple stories. It says one person, blah blah, so and so name, right? It would have like some name, right? It'd be like Johnny. Johnny was traveling. These decks can appear under strange circumstances, or in the vaults of magical creatures such as dragons or giants, or locked away deep inside mountain homes. Such decks will often work their way into your lives, into the lives of those who find them. One such person, Johnny, was walking through the woods one day, and a mysterious cloaked man presented him his. He drew such a card, and it was that of gemstones. Dozens of them dropped at his feet, and the old man was gone, and so were the cards. His one chance, and it ended in him being richer than he ever would have imagined before. Yet another, though, Billy Bob. Billy Bob was walking home from a tavern one evening. At a crossroads, a demon appeared and offered him the chance. Like a fool, he accepted, and he came back home a fool. The only thing that he would ever be able to rant about again was this meetings at the crossroad, and anything else he talked about was unintelligible babble. So be warned, if these cards make their way to you, great caution is required. And that's all it has there.
This is infecting because I can't read.
What I'm hearing is you should declare your intent to draw 2 cards and draw them both.
At the same time.
The good one.
Yes.
The bad one.
Anyway,
Bree
so
literally learned one of the cards makes you super rich.
Yup.
It's not
You picked that
One of them,
for
yeah,
Matt's.
one of them does. Yeah, that's true. And one of them takes away all your wealth. So, I mean, tip for
Bree
tat.
daydreams in the library.
yeah,
Think, like,
I like if
imagines,
Bree is
like-
reading this and just goes like, oh.
Doesn't even read past the first one.
Yeah. Just imagine her dancing on like a pile of gems and stuff.
It's fucking like what's it, DuckTales ass.
Oh yeah, it's jumping
Yeah,
a
it's
pool
like,
of-
I like how Bree doesn't even want it for any specific purpose other than just bask in the amount that she has. Just utter greed.
Yeah, exactly.
The rats are like with you in the library, obviously, and the rats are like when you're reading it, they're like they're also intrigued. One of the rats communicates to you with the little like hand signs they do, and it's like, well, if
Yeah,
you
rat hand
become
signs.
super rich, you could build us a little rat mansion.
Bree Bree keeps being more and more convinced, but she is still paying attention to the second part and freaked out by that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, and
no,
it's very clear
Bree
that
doesn't know about the Rat Utopia experiments.
Oh, God. Yeah. So, does Bree do anything with this information?
No, she's still cautious about it because she's now feels better that she like knows that okay, so drawing a card makes something happen, but it could be like this or it could be this. She is like more tempted to draw one, but also like now that she knows what the bad thing is, she's scared. And so she is thinking about like trying to get somebody to draw one of them. If she can convince somebody to draw the second one, like, or like draw one and then she knows the other one is like good or bad.
Make Riley do it in a coin flip in the Yu-Gi-Oh style.
Riley's gonna get super rich whenever.
If I get heads, you draw this.
Yeah.
Would you actually try to pitch that to Riley?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, wait.
No.
How do I... So, I don't really know Riley that well, because he came before me, so... Like, do I know he's, like people want him to be okay
Riley.
and, like, do good? Like, nobody wants him to get hurt?
I mean, you've been
You've
with them
watched
long
me
enough.
bully Riley.
Only in
since
like
the
a
day he
funny
got
way.
here.
Yeah.
Like he's still chill, but just like.
Yeah, I mean, you've been
I think
around
it's
long
become
enough.
like
Could we
a.
have somebody like grab? Could we like cheese it? Have somebody like grab a card, don't flip it or pull it, and then like flip the coin and be like, "Is this bad card?" Flip heads.
No,
Then, like-
you have to... If you pick up a card, that is the same as basically declaring your intention to draw,
What
at
if
which
you're
point
just,
you're
like-
locked in.
Holding it or just looking at it.
Like, by that point, you're locked in, you can't escape
Damn.
the fate of it. So...
So maybe Riley will get rich, and then he'll be an insufferable little bastard. Probably.
He's
already
gonna
is.
get blinged out and he's pulls up in a Lamborghini.
Does Riley know about the cards?
I don't think many people know about the cards outside of your close inner circle.
Yeah.
When you go back to the castle, though, you see Riley out there, like, hanging out with Big Riley, Junior and Senior.
This is gonna go.
All three Rileys are together. They're playing football.
Hey, you.
We let Riley Jr. draw a card. He gets one that makes him a real wizard. Oh.
They're both gonna die.
Bree needs to think about it more, so she's gonna like sleep on it.
Okay, sounds good.
But she does that football game though.
Okay, nice. Yeah, he's just playing the football game. And actually, we'll skip ahead to like this evening, and you guys can do other shopping and stuff. We can figure that out next session. But the plan was basically you have this day of preparation, then the next day you're planning on going to investigate what's going on with that one letter. But when you get back to, like, when it comes around to dinner time and everyone's kind of coming back to the castle, you guys do see Talvo and Aya roll up. And it's very clear, they walk into, like, the mess hall, and a lot of heads are turned, because they clearly had a Talvo and Aya spa day. Basically after the business in the morning that Talvo did shopping, him and Aya went out, went to literally a fucking hot spring bathhouse, had a nice time, and then went to a barber. They went to barbers, and they have matching haircuts. You want to describe it, TSM?
It's like they both have that swept over look with braids on the side,
Yeah.
but on opposite sides.
Okay. Yeah. And you guys see this. Also, new threads. To go back to the title of last session, they probably have nice clothes on.
Yeah.
Went and bought
Yeah,
some
the
nice
whole-
clothes. They got manicures and
Went on dead ass shopping spree.
yeah. That's
I walk in telling this sort of hey, I got this I talked to this potion guy who said he got swindled by some pirate thing, probably unrelated.
I never steal.
Got it. And then just walk into the kitchen and I'm hungry.
Yeah, and you guys would spend this night getting some good rest for the next day, where you're gonna head out, teleporting or whatever. You'd prepare. This would also be when you prepare whatever spells you're going to be needing for
this,
that.
This isn't the bear night, right? That's next.
No, that's
Do
the
I
next
feel
night.
anything like this night?
It is getting close to the full moon. Like, it's mostly full. And yeah, when the moon has risen and is high in the sky especially, like, you wake up in the middle of the night kind of, like, panting. Like, you feel the urge to turn into a bear, but right now it's not unbearable. I get it. Right now it's bearable. So you are able to handle it. You go back to sleep.
We find Bree like rummaging through the fridge for berries.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you wake up in the morning, though, Bree, you do notice this is the day of the full moon, where this next night is going to be that. But in the morning, you do notice something, which is that both Funkus and Blunkus are like scratching themselves, are itchy. And they're like, they're kind of like upsettable, like a little grumpy, and they're itching themselves.
Bear rats.
I figure out what's going on.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a medicine check, because they seem like a little distraught, like about some physical malady. You actually realize that the symptoms they have are kind of similar to the ones you had the day after you were bit and clawed by the werebear.
Right. Can I, okay, so... Okay, well, Bree's gonna assume that they can now turn into bears, which she actually thinks is kind of cool, because then it could be 3 bears. So she wants to ask, like, Bill, like, do the bears, do werebears hate each other?
He's like, sometimes they can be a little territorial, but, it depends on how much control they have.
I think werebears are one of the few that aren't.
They're inherently evil.
Yeah.
They're lawful good because we found that meme that was like
Well, here's the thing.
True. Who built this orphanage? Dear God, it's all up to code. Yeah.
No, if they all transform at once, then like Bree's the mama bear and like they're her 2 cubs, so she might go like super psycho mode.
Oh wait. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the thing is, like, once you're conscious can control it, werebears are typically, like, aren't any more evil than they were originally. And most people aren't evil, right? So, like, it's just that if in the first... What Bill has kind of said is that in the first couple transformations, that you can't really control it. So you kind of just act like a raging wild bear.
And my rats learn to control it?
Do you ask Bill this?
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, your rats? Because like you didn't explicitly say it before, and now he's realizing he's like he looks down at your rats.
Hypothetically, if I accidentally infected my rats, could they control it?
He's like, oh god. I mean, and he looks down at the rats, and they're looking up at him like he's like, well, the good news is they're not that big, so they shouldn't become that big when they transform. But the bad news is if they were just infected or just started showing signs of it last night and today, oh, well then they're gonna have a rough time.
Oh, it's a good thing they haven't been showing any signs of that.
He's like, oh, okay, it was hypothetical. And the rats are like, one of them scratches their ass because it's still scratchy. They're still itching, and so one of them scratches its butt and then stops. And it's like, Bill's like, okay, well then just,
Okay, but like, wait, should I like... Okay, but say they did transform then, and they had a bad time, like, what should I do with them?
Might have to chuck them off the edge of the castle at that point. He's like, ha, just kidding. No, just lock them up somewhere, they'll probably be fine.
Should ask him if he's got any gummies.
I guess during the day we'll have to...
close the conversation.
The what, sorry?
Well, I guess we'll have to work on a plan then, and I'll share that my rats. I'll share to the team.
Okay. Yeah,
okay,
this is...
at the team part, if they haven't transformed yet, can't we cure them? And you just chose to fail because it'd be funny?
You could try.
That was it originally. Now it would require more advanced magics, but it's still possible.
Yeah, it's still possible. You know it's possible.
Well, good thing that we don't have any advanced magics.
It's up to Bree. I mean, if Bree wants to be cured, I can try.
I meant the rats.
Oh, the rats? Well, yeah.
They haven't transformed yet, so like, could they?
We can ask them.
Cure them?
Yeah, Bree can talk
Potion
to them and
cleanse
see if they want. But also, if Bree unintentionally infected it this time, she'll probably do it again. You know?
And does that mean that like we're gonna be like, how did?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what those rats get up to, you know. But so I mean.
Yeah, the rats are just gonna like bite us or like bite other people. We're gonna have like they're gonna bite Riley, and then we're gonna have like a rat bear bard.
There are many situations in which like flying fortress full of bears sounds sick, but you know, there's one thing to choose it and have it happen once a month. You know,
you just have a giant party of bears. It's the dancing bears gif again, but on top of the castle. It's like you have a giant disco ball you hang up from the castle roof somehow, and then it's flying through the air like a party bus, but it's like a party.
Wait, okay, I have something to play on stream.
It's just like the ultimate defensive move is 200 bears roaming a castle in the sky while you go off and have a fucking fun adventure. Like, how are you gonna get into that?
I pasted a link for the stream music.
Oh god. Yeah.
I don't think that 15 is singing because it's not the actual song.
Yeah, got it.
You say that, but UMC or UMG.
Right. Britsha, can you check for a bear jam on BTTV?
There must be one, right? Bear jam.
Try AE like that.
I got jam that is called bear jam because it's like made with berries that bears probably like. Yeah, it's a lot of bear jams.
No, like bear tap.
I know which one I'd pick.
Wait, there's a bear jam video production company. Hold on, what is this?
Good. I was gonna get.
That's gonna be us. This is our origin.
It's a British video production studio? Huh. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, I think this is where we'll wrap up tonight's session. We're going a little off the rails here.
A little.
But, yeah, also, okay, so it seems like the plan for next time, though, is that you guys are going to be teleporting to the area of Rologurur.
Yeah, people teleporting that castle.
Okay, and then...
that before or after I turn into a bear?
Before.
I think we're gonna do it before, camp out, kind of far away from people, so even if you go berserk and we can't control you, you really can't go too far and do too much damage.
Yeah.
And then ride in the following day.
Yeah, group camping.
And if you then if you do control it, we can like ride it on where Bree, and then have like a intimidation.
Where Bree.
Yeah.
Well, we can just give her time to like learn the controller form further.
Yeah.
Or
give her like a training montage.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll do it for this time then. If you guys come up with any more shopping that you would have done, you know, or started any longer term or mid-term projects like with money, you know,
could have like done more like what is it called, melee stuff. But I have the +2 rapier. Seems like fine for when I'm stuck in a situation like that.
Okay.
So
yeah.
And I'm up to 17 AC now because of the new armor. So I'm like,
Hell yeah.
I'm kind of chilling. So I'm like, where I'm at, I don't know anything I need unless somebody else is smarter than me.
Being
I I like the idea of trying to establish that signature drink I was talking about in the group chat.
Yeah, I was literally halfway through typing that idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We should found a business. Anyway, that's
you have
next
enough
time.
money. You have enough money to probably buy like a couple businesses, or at least a large one. You know, so.
Exactly.
Like full conglomerate.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Probably have some non-viable work people who are not like warriors or whatever.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that's gonna do it for us. I guess I gotta go do some grading, and I'm also covering a class for a colleague tomorrow. So, yeah, I will. We'll wrap up here. I think wasn't it next weekend that maybe Helios? You said you might be like moving.
Yeah, because I will be in the new place, but internet is question mark.
Okay. Well, just let us know, and
yeah.
You know, yeah. Regardless, we will see everyone next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.
See ya.